Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, and I would have liked to post more often, to do my cooking videos and educational stuff, but I've been a little bit busy and I apologize for my absence. So today I'm here to speak with you guys about dengue. I'll try to condense the information as much as I can, so that I'm not here just rambling on. But this is a serious matter, and dengue has been on the rise for the past few weeks. The health minister had released a statement saying that it's not an outbreak. However, we should be cautious. I just want to speak with you guys for a little while about what has been happening about dengue, how to take precautionary measures and stuff like that. Now, dengue has an incubation period of 4 to 10 days. Some report may say 2 to 12, which means therefore the first sign or symptom of dengue may appear within that time frame. So you can actually be walking around with the dengue virus in your body for 8 days, 7 days, 6 days and not know that you have it. Dengue is a vector-borne disease. It is transmitted by the Aedes aegypti mosquito. You can go ahead and Google that. Now, there are precautionary measures that we can take to help limit the spread of dengue virus. You get your mosquito repellents that has the chemical DEET in it, the active ingredient DEET, which is actually good for, it's not harsh on your skin. There are some brands like the vape brand and a few others that's really good. It's not too strong, so if you're like me and you have allergies, the vape is a good brand to use. It won't set off your allergies. Cover water sources. So if you have to catch and store water around your house in drums and buckets, please cover them. Check flower pots that has the catchment under the bottom to see if water has settled in it, and if so, I would advise you turn it out. You can add oil also. Tip a little oil to the top of your water source, because when the mosquitoes lays their eggs in these water sources, it goes to the bottom, and that's where the tadpoles hatch. That's how they become mosquitoes. So the oil on top of it will actually stifle them. They won't get any oxygen and they will die. You can spray your place regularly. I have not seen any fogging where I am located, so you have to take your precautionary measures. Children are getting dengue more rapidly, and guys, I don't think that we are taking it as serious as it is. Dengue is detrimental. There are 2 types of dengue, or 3. You have the mild dengue, you have dengue hemorrhagic fever, and then dengue shock syndrome. Dengue normally progresses from mild to severe, and within a matter of moments, a person with dengue can go from 0 to 100 really quickly. Some of the signs and symptoms to look out for with the dengue is the neck pain, the stiff neck, pain behind the eyes, headache, a fever that is really high that won't break after a few hours, bleeding, coughing up blood. For some people, they've experienced shortness of breath. There is this rash that comes either in the middle of your hand or somewhere on your skin. That is a telltale sign for dengue. It's also for not COVID, chickpea. But yeah, those are some of the signs and symptoms to look out for. Chills. So you're so cold, but when your temperature is done, it's above 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That's one of the telltale signs of dengue. So if you are experiencing 3 or more of these signs and symptoms, you need to go to the doctor. You need to pay attention to your children, mothers, fathers, aunties, uncles, grandmothers, please. We all believe in God, we all believe in bush treatment, but it doesn't always work that way. Do not have your kids at home being suspected for dengue and you keep them there. They can die. I have seen, I'm in the system, and I have seen where children, old people, middle age, young people die from this. The last dengue outbreak that we had was very terrible on the healthcare workers because we had to be here. We had to see these people being treated at the last minute. And guys, let me just give you a piece of advice. Healthcare workers cannot work miracles. We don't do miracles, right? So we are not able to save you if dengue has progressed too far in your system, right? The papa leaf, it's really, really good for your platelets, because the dengue hemorrhagic fever, that's what it does. It drops your platelet in a matter of moments, and if your platelet is below 200, it is a cause for concern. But I've seen where people with dengue and other diseases or disorders that affects the platelet carries your platelet down to as low as 4. Yes, I've seen that happen, and it's not easy to get it back up to the normal range. So guys, you can probably drink a cup of papa leaf tea maybe once a week or so as a kind of precautionary measure, but also watch out for other signs and symptoms. Pay attention to your children, pay attention to your home, check your water source, dispose of your garbage properly. Sometimes for people who burn garbage, you know that the tins and the plastic bottles, well, the plastic will burn but not the tin. And when the rain fall and water catching at these tins, guess what happened? Mosquito will breed up in a heat and we're going to have a problem. So guys, pay attention, read up on it, go on Google. You don't have to take what I'm saying for gospel. The internet is at your fingertips. Go ahead, check your Google account, check your Google Chrome or whatever search engine you guys have. Read up on the information. It is there. It is there. Get your repellents, get your mosquito nets for people who have young children, young babies between the age of 0 to 2 who are still utilizing the crib. I implore you guys to buy these mosquito nets. They are very cheap, and frankly, even if it's a little bit pricey, that's a small price to pay for your life and the life of your child. So you can get that, put it over the crib, utilize your fans. I know the time is very hot, so utilizing the fan will help to blow away the mosquitoes. For those people who live in certain areas where the mosquitoes are basically like alligators, you guys will need repellents, mosquito destroyers like the vape mat, the one that you plug in. That is really good. I find that it's really good, and it doesn't affect you as much as the one that you light, the one that is burned. Yeah, I don't like those. So get those, get your sprays, your insect sprays, which are not too strong on your lungs. You can use those. These are just a few tips that I can tell you what to do. From a medical personnel, trust me, it's not easy seeing people dying from this or seeing people go to the brink of death. It's not easy, but we do the best we can for as long as we can, and we cannot work miracles. Don't keep these people who are suspected of dengue at home, and then at the last minute you take them to the hospital and expect us to work miracles. Also, one more important thing, stay away from NSAIDs. NSAIDs, the meaning for that is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. So you stay away from Baralgin and Voltaren, stuff like that, because it increases bleeding in a person who has dengue, and it can become detrimental. So the baseline treatment for it is Cetamol or Panadol, lots of fluid, lots of rest. If you have taken your child to the doctor, or you have been to the doctor and they give you this, and you go home and you start having symptoms like shortness of breath, you notice you're bleeding, you're coughing up blood, or you're sneezing blood, stuff like that, go right back to the hospital. Find your nearest hospital, health center, whatever it is. If you go to the hospital and you are not, or you feel like you're not being treated with urgency, find another hospital. It now go kill you. So if you go down to one hospital down the road and you feel like the people them not pay you no mind, get up and go to one next hospital. Yeah, it pays and it will help you in the long run. So that's my 2 cents. I tried to put the information together based on memory and what I know and what I've experienced. I hope it will help somebody, and I hope you guys stay safe in this season. I hope that you guys will be covered under the blood of the Most High. And I thank you for taking the time out to listen to this. I hope you'll circulate it. I'll make the video available I'll make it shareable, so you guys can go ahead and share it. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. See you on the next one. Shalom.